During the course of the conveyancing transaction, there's lots of legal terminology that can often be confusing. This is just a short video to explain some of the wording. The CLC. The CLC stands for the Council of Licensed Conveyancers. This is our regulatory body. Conveyancing. Conveyancing is the process of transferring the legal title of a property or piece of land from a seller to a buyer. Licensed conveyancers. Licensed conveyancers are specialist property lawyers. Exchange of contracts. This is the point that both buyer and seller are legally bound to buy or sell. Completion. Completion is the date that the property legally becomes the buyer's and is released from the ownership of the seller. This is also the day that you can actually move in or have to move out. The deposit. The deposit is a sum of money that is passed from the buyer to the seller via their lawyers when exchange of contracts takes place. This is often 10% of the purchase price, although it can differ, and it is the sum of money that will be lost to the seller if a buyer defaults. The fixtures and fittings list. This is an itemised list of furniture and belongings that will be left at the property on completion. The property information form. This is a form providing information to a buyer about general matters concerning the property, such as what boundaries may have been maintained by the seller, whether there have been any disputes with the neighbours, or whether any extensions or alterations have taken place. The Land Registry. This is a government organisation which keeps a record of who owns what property. Gazumping. This is when a new buyer outbids the current buyer prior to exchange of contracts taking place. Indemnity insurance. This is an insurance product which covers any defect relating to the property that is being purchased. It can cover defects such as breaches of covenants or lack of right of way. Inquiries. This is a series of questions that a buyer's lawyer will raise with a seller's lawyer concerning the property that is being purchased. AML. AML stands for anti-money laundering. As a buyer's lawyer, we will have to carry out many checks regarding ID, but also the source of where monies originate from that are being utilised with the purchase. Stamp duty. Stamp duty is a land tax when buying property. Survey. This is an independent report carried out on the property condition. It falls outside the conveyancing remit and is carried out by a qualified surveyor. There are three types of survey. There is a valuation, a home buyer's report and a full structural survey. Searches. Searches reveal information on the property being bought that might not be within the knowledge of the seller. There are local authority, drainage, environment, mining and plenty of other searches that a buyer can institute. Registration. This is the process a buyer's lawyer will attend to once the property has been bought and involves making an application to the Land Registry to change the name of the registered proprietor from the seller to the buyer. I hope you have found this video helpful in explaining some of the terminology that will be utilised during the course of the conveyancing transaction. If you have any questions regarding any elements of the conveyancing process, please do not hesitate to contact any one of our offices in Basildon, Ongar, Wickford or London regarding any questions or concerns you may have.